peace plans with his ultimatum to Iraq to withdraw its troops from Kuwait by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning New Zealand time. Bill Neely of ITN has been at the White House.
A dramatic ultimatum, and through the doors of the White House Oval Office, dramatic scenes. The President with his war cabinet, the last-minute consultations with allies, setting a deadline for withdrawal. In this office, he'd spoken for half an hour to President Gorbachev and raised serious concerns about the peace plan. A rush of activity now as the coalition response was readied. His notes discarded, the President prepared to issue Saddam the final challenge. The Iraqis had appeared to offer an unconditional withdrawal. Not so, said the President.
The statement promised unconditional Iraqi withdrawal from Kuwait only to set forth a number of conditions. And needless to say, any conditions would be unacceptable to the international coalition and would not be in compliance with the United Nations Security Council Resolution 660's demand for immediate and unconditional withdrawal.
Then, with barely suppressed anger, the President revealed a more urgent reason to confront Saddam.
We learned this morning that Saddam has now launched a scorched earth policy against Kuwait, anticipating perhaps that he will now be forced to leave. He is wantonly setting fires to and destroying the oil wells, the oil tanks, the export terminals, and other installations of that small country. Indeed, they are destroying the entire oil production system of Kuwait.
It is now time, said Mr. Bush, to tell Iraq exactly what is required if a ground war is to be avoided.
The coalition will give Saddam Hussein until noon Saturday to do what he must do. Begin his immediate and unconditional withdrawal from Kuwait. We must hear publicly and authoritatively his acceptance of these terms. The statement to be released, as you will see, does just this and informs Saddam Hussein that he risks subjecting the Iraqi people to further hardship unless the Iraqi government complies fully with the terms of the statement. Right now. Thank you very much.
Saddam Hussein has less than 24 hours to begin a withdrawal. This is a president determined to drive him out with no conditions, with no rewards, defeated.
First oil wells were set on fire. Jeremy Thompson reports.
Exclusive nighttime pictures shot by ITN on the border show fires burning on the horizon deep inside Kuwait. It's believed to be the first evidence of Saddam's scorched earth campaign. It's understood over 140 oil wells have now been set ablaze, a quarter of Kuwait's oil fields. For Kuwaitis, it's been a confusing and disturbing day. Amid all the political uncertainty, most have spent the Muslim prayer day seeking guidance on the future of their country. Even that was disrupted by President Bush's revelation about the latest damage inflicted on Kuwait.
He mentioned very disturbing news to me, which is blowing up of all of Kuwait's oil fields, tanks, oil industry, and all of these things. So I'm really outraged of that. But when he mentioned the ultimatum, I was really relieved because I think at least now we know something is going to happen very soon.
But what were the chances of Saddam accepting the ultimatum?
I think it's 50-50. There is a possibility that he will withdraw. And there is another possibility, which is the other 50%, that he will not withdraw and we'll see the big thing happening and many Iraqi soldiers will be killed, unfortunately.
Kuwaitis listened to President Bush's address in horror.
That Saddam has now launched a scorched earth policy against Kuwait.
They now face the prospect of liberating a homeland left in ruins. Meanwhile, artillery was blazing just as fiercely along the border as the Allies kept up their political pressure through military might. In the countdown to the ultimatum, They seemed determined to sap the strength of Saddam's army in case it was the last chance